Hello and welcome to the Altenew Educators Video Hop, where we're celebrating colorful carnations. I'm Amy Hill of Amy Hill Creates, and for this hop I decided to focus on my favorite carnation color, pink, and create a beautifully blended card of pinks. So I'm going to start off with some Bristol cardstock, and this is a very smooth cardstock, and I'm cutting it down to 4 by 5 1/4 so I can have a little edge on my final card. I have a stencil that allows me to get a white border on this paper, and I'm starting off with baby pink. And I'm using the large blending tool so I can cover a lot of area, and Sadie is helping out. And I'm coming in with fuchsia, and my goal here is to really get this ombre look. And magenta is the third color that I'm coming in, and it's starting to come along, but I want it a little bit darker at the end, so I'm bringing in rhodolite from the Jewel Tones. Now I'm cleaning off any sort of excess color, and I'm pulling out color from the stencil, and I'm not loving it right now, so I'm pulling in some more magenta to get it a little bit darker at the bottom. So finally it's starting to come along, and I can see the gradation between baby pink and fuchsia and the magenta, and so I'm going to finish it off with some rhodolite, and there it is. And you can see how it's really going from that light to medium to dark to the rhodolite at the bottom. So this is what I was really looking for. Now I'm going to come in with sweet ginkgo, and I'm just going to use the layering parts here, but I just blended this, so my ink is going to be a little wet, so I'm testing it out with some antique gold. And you can see I dried it, I used my powder bag, and this is still sticking. I'm flicking it off pretty good here, and it is still sticking. So I'm going to dry it again, use the powder bag again, and I'm going to test it again. And this is a good idea to do just in case, so your powder does not stick when you get to your final thing. Just take that moment and test it before you go. So now I feel like it's ready. I'm going to use the Altenew stamp wheel alignment guides just to make sure my paper's in the right space. And I'm going to start to put down these stamps from Sweet Ginkgo. And I'm creating a feathered look, kind of like a wispy sort of look. And I'm going to stamp those down using the Altenew embossing ink. And this is where the stamp wheel comes in great. I can stamp these again, and I'm actually going to add just this little tiny bit in 2 places. So you can see I'm using the other side of the stamp wheel. Then I'm going to pick it up, move that little piece again, and I'm actually going to put it on the bottom as well. So you're going to see that in just a second. So now it's going to come in the bottom. And that stamp wheel, it's great. So I have these on just in case if I want to come in and restamp or do anything if there's a mistake with the embossing. I'm just keeping these stamps on the stamp wheel as a little just in case. So now I'm coming in with the Altenew Antique Gold embossing powder. And you can see it's the embossing powder is still sticking just a little bit, but I'm going to give this a really good flick, and that extra powder is going to come off. And I can always come in with a dry brush and get that off. It's actually pretty good. I get a little bit in the corner up at the top. I'm just going to take everything off, and then I'm going to heat set that with my heat tool. And I just love embossing powder where that gold just starts to come alive and shine. And the way that that gold is balancing off of the graduation of that pink color is just absolutely gorgeous. And of course, pink carnations are just my favorite color. Those are my favorite carnations. Just love that shine. Absolutely gorgeous. So I want to add a little bit more. So I'm going to take some gold from the metallic paint set. I've wet my brush, activated that, put some of this onto my stamping block, and I'm just flicking this off. And I'm not loving this, so I'm actually going to get some more ink and a little bit more water to put this on. And now I get a nice good glob. Okay, now we got it. And now I'm going to go ahead and just drop it down. Once this dries, that shine is really going to complement the pink as well as the embossing that is there. And you can see that wonderful shine as I hold this up and tilt it into the light. And now we need a base for this card that's going to match. So I'm taking the sticky mat, and in my folded card, I'm just putting that right over the top of the sticky mat. This makes sure when I'm blending, I'm not going to be blending on the back of this card, and I don't need to use a lot of tape to mask anything off. So I can just go ahead to town. So I'm going in the same place. I'm using that large blending tool, starting off with the baby pink, coming in with the fuchsia, and I am a little messy on this, and I'm okay with that because just a little bit of this is going to show. And this just also shows you how easy it is to blend on that Bristol cardstock versus regular Neenah cardstock. So that is my finished card. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to the back of this and just make sure that is adhered right to the top. And I love how that white border just really pops, and you can see that little bit of pink blending so it matches our card front. And that is our card. Just love that pink, love that graduation of color, and just a beautiful blend using that Bristol cardstock. I think that's really the winner here on this. And that Sweet Ginkgo is just a lovely set, and I really like to use either the solid pieces or in this case those feathered detail pieces. Thank you so much for joining us. Please continue on the hop and let me know your favorite color of carnations. I have some other videos, and please subscribe to my channel for some more inspiration. Have a great day.